Good morning.
Good morning. I got on early today. Usually today I'm behind.
I've been trying to start like around 10 till or so, but yeah, I was
Okay.
on a little behind today. Okay, so can we see? Okay, we can see my painting. So how are you guys today? Hi, Allison.
Hi.
I already drew mine again this week, so I could just start painting right away. And I have exciting news. In a couple weeks, we're going to have a guest again. We're going to have Robin Roberts from the Ohio Plein Air Society come and talk to us. He's not an art teacher, but he's a really fabulous artist and a very nice person. He was going to talk to us a few minutes about his career and his life as an artist and share some stuff with us. So that'll be exciting. He's very nice and really fun. I don't see him real often unless I'm at a really big show or competition or something, but it'll be nice to talk to him and connect.
That's good.
I see Debbie is connecting.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning,
Hi,
Debbie.
Deb.
Hi, how are you?
everybody. Hi. Oh, the flowers are beautiful.
Yay!
Oh, how many are there today?
We have 4 so far, but I'm expecting some more. I know Barry is not going to be here today, but hopefully Judy will make it and Tim and I don't know who else, but
Good. Well, this was the last minute too. I always decided at the last minute.
I was going to share the beautiful painting you sent me on email. It's really nice, Debbie.
Oh, thank you. I've changed it since then.
Oh, no. Let me see if I can find it and send it to my photos. There it is.
I keep changing it. I'll smack my own fingers.
Every time I walk by one of mine, I just add something else. Yeah.
It's, it becomes like an obsession or something, doesn't it?
It does. Truly does.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm proud to be among you because you've got some great artists.
Debbie, we could hear you really well at first, but then now you sound really muffled. So I don't know what you're doing on your end.
I set my tablet back.
There you go.
Thank you very much. I'm proud to be among you. You're very good artists. Thank you.
You have a great.
You're good, Deb. You're good. Don't tell us that. Yeah.
Oh, I'm amateur. I need help.
No, I don't want to do that. I'm trying to download your photo so I can share it. Well, it's in E. I'm going to go off the screen here for a minute.
I keep going off for some reason.
Oh, no.
My video, you know?
Uh-huh.
What I'm doing. Yeah. Let me see if I can press some more buttons.
Okay. I just, I just went off the screen here for a second, so no, I'm still on.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, I'm here, so I don't know if that helps.
Okay, hang on.
Oh, hi, Key. Key has joined us, and there's Jeannie, and there's Tim.
Hi.
Class, yay.
Yay.
Good morning, Sheri.
Good morning, Tim. How are you?
I am better than I deserve.
Yay.
That's what you always say. Come on.
I didn't come up with that on my own. I got it from a radio talk show.
Oh, there you go.
Video talk show. All right.
Hi, Jeannie.
Hello, hello.
I was telling these guys before you joined that in a couple weeks we're going to have another guest. We're going to have professional artist Robin Roberts from the Ohio Plein Air Society join us.
Wow.
Wow, yeah.
Fabulous artist.
Yeah.
He's not an art teacher, and he's like, well, I don't know what I'm going to share with your class. I don't teach classes like Chris does. And I said, no, but he travels. Just his artwork is great to see. And I thought maybe you could talk a little bit about his work ethic and what it takes to, succeed and to do well. So I think he'll be really interesting to talk to. He's just a nice guy too.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the really big shows or the like the Ohio Plein Air Society competition or something like that. But he's ready to talk to us. So yay. So
Yay.
I think.
Great.
Okay, we're at 10 o'clock straight up. So
Okay.
my talk today was going to be about drawing and drawing from a grid. If you're having trouble getting in your drawings, this may help you. So it's not overwhelming to draw a whole picture from a photograph or something you want to copy. So both Jeannie and I don't know. Did you draw your miniature this week from a grid, Jeannie, or did you just freehand that?
I free-handed it, and then I saw your grid thing. I've done grid before, and it is really helpful to do portraits that way.
Yes.
I taught a class at TAG with the grid. Yeah. It takes time, but in the end, it's worth it. Yeah.
Well, I found a shortcut.
You did.
Yes, I did, for Mom. Jeannie and I both entered a miniature show through the Hoyt Art Center in, where is that, Newcastle?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're all supposed to copy like a famous artwork. And with these really inexpensive, let's put it that way, paints that they sent us the whole kit. We're supposed to send this back in June with our finished works. So anyway, for mine, I haven't used it in ages, but I pulled out the grid theory. So I was going to share that with you.
Is my camera on?
No.
Okay, because I'm instead of using my phone or my portal, I thought I'd do my laptop today, and I didn't.
Oh, okay.
So I got to find out where to do that. I don't use
buttons. I know.
So I am going to go into share screen.
There it is.
Okay.
There you are. We see ya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So can you all see the grid drawing tutorial up?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. It's often a lot easier to draw something accurately if you're drawing it in small parts rather than trying to tackle the whole thing at once. Usually I draw just freehand because I kind of like that. But if you're really looking for accuracy, it's helpful to draw a grid and draw what you're trying to copy, your picture, into squares. So what you want to do is create the same number of squares. What do we do there? Oh, there it is. Okay. Create the same number of squares on your canvas as you do in your photograph. They may not always be the same proportions. Start from the middle with my grid lines and go out just in case it's not quite the right size. So if you guys want to, I'm going to copy this link. If you guys want to read through this.
Okay.
If you think this will be helpful for you, to draw a grid on your picture and then transfer that onto a grid onto your canvas or watercolor paper or whatever it is you're doing, and draw your photograph square by square. So I'm going to share this. Stop share. Okay, let's go into chat. So to access that article, I am posting. There it is. Hi, Judy. Good morning.
Good morning.
There's a link to the article I was just screen sharing on gridding to get a more accurate drawing and an accurate depiction of whatever it is you're trying to paint. We're going to go to share screen again. And then here's the interesting tool that I found. Let's go. Where is, oh, here. I'm a little slow at this still.
Hey, you can do it. I couldn't even do it.
Okay. Here is the grid drawing tool I found. It's a free service, and I used this. Oh, I just tapped something again. There it is. It's a free thing, and what you can do is take your picture that you're working from and upload it to this site, and then it will draw the grid for you over the picture that you can then transfer to whatever it is you're working on. So you can do it actually in the size that you want. Like say you're doing an 8x10, or we were working small, so 2.5 by 3.5 inches. This put a grid over it, so you can copy exactly. You can resize it, at least if it's small. You can resize the picture you're working with to match your canvas. So whatever it is, this will help you draw a grid that you can work from. So what the idea is to work square by square. The grid can be used to enlarge or reduce. In my case, I was reducing the size of my original. So as long as you have the same number of squares, like going across the bottom and going up the side on both if you're working in squares, the picture you're working from and the canvas or the paper that you're transferring it to, they're going to be fine. But you're drawing square by square, and usually you end up with a fairly accurate depiction of whatever it is you're trying to copy. So there's the lesson for today, folks.
Can I show you what I did for Trouble Art Gallery people?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
This was the photo.
Oh, hang on. I'm going to stop share.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay, this is the photo. Then I copied it and put the grid lines on it. I don't know if you could see the grid lines or not.
Yes.
But we can see them.
Good.
And this is what came out.
All right.
So
there you go.
It comes out pretty accurate. I mean, I hadn't done it for years. I was surprised.
Yeah.
It just takes time.
It is a little time consuming to do it, but the accurate results you get are worth it, I think, especially in the case of what I'm working on. So
yeah.
Just an idea if you're struggling with your drawing. Because
I have a friend in Warren, that's all she uses is grid no matter what she paints. Wow. She's a beautiful painter. She just doesn't like to draw or can't draw. I don't know which.
Yeah. So there you go. I've already started my drawing for today on our flowers. For those of you working on flowers, so I could just get started on painting. Let's go ahead and get started. If anybody has questions or any problems they've had this week, throw them out there. If I don't have an answer, Jeannie probably does.
Sheri.
All right, Jeannie.
Yeah.
Sheri, this is Key.
Yes.
Could you put the link to that grid drawing into the chat for us?
Thank you. I forgot that. Absolutely. There it is, thegriddrawingtool.com.
Okay, thank you.
But it was fairly easy to use, and it saved me like measuring the lines and everything on my original. So it saves a little time. Great.
Here.
There we go. Did you guys enjoy having Chris Leeper as our guest last week?
Yes, very much.
I did,
Yeah.
yes.
I thought he was awesome.
He is
Mhm.
awesome.
Hey, Sheri, you might be interested to know that Beaver Local's starting work on their new football field today.
Oh my.
Yeah, they're putting in that artificial turf.
Yeah. Oh, well, what do you think of that?
I think it's great. That's
Yeah. It'll be, my original thinking on the artificial turf on the high school fields is like, well, how do they afford that? Because a lot of schools have it. And, why would anybody want to do that? But I talked to some friends up north around Cleveland, and they said, oh, goodness, it's so much easier to maintain once it's there. You save a lot of money on the constant maintenance that a natural turf field requires.
exactly.
So I kind of changed my mind on the subdeck, but yeah. Because I
There's
remember back in the day at Beaver Local, we had like nothing for sports facilities. It wasn't very nice. But yeah, if it saves money in the long run, then certainly I'm for it. And it's being funded by
Well, Derek Wolf and
he's the quarterback that's
Pastor.
yes. Both nice guys.
Right, and plus it'll help the school host playoffs and those kinds of things.
Yeah, more money, more money, more money, right?
How about?
Well, if we have sports this fall.
Yeah, I know. You just got to hope football don't get canceled.
I know.
I mean, like it or not, it's what brings in the most money.
Yes, it does, and it funds a lot of the other sports and other programs at the school. So I'm a football fan anyway. But yeah, I mean, it allows sports like cross country and things to go on. I see Akron University has.
Yeah, they cut 3 sports, I think.
Yes, they cut men's cross country and everything. I'm like, oh.
Really? Whew.
Yes. And they have a good track and cross country program there.
Yeah, it still isn't even decided how they're going to do school in the fall because I'm hearing talk they might go for 2 days and do a couple days of online.
Oh, really? Whew.
Oh, and here's another tidbit for the people who have attended my classes in person. The Museum of Ceramics is considering opening in July to offer some classes, socially distanced, of course.
Wow.
So we may have classes back in July. I don't know what your thinking on that is.
July. Whew.
Yeah, Jackie, Tim, I don't know. Would you be comfortable coming back at that point, or?
Oh, I'm okay with it. Don't bother me.
Yeah,
I'm okay too. Yeah, no problem.
our class maybe. I'd like to move outside. Maybe use the secret parking lot on the side of the museum to do maybe an outdoor plein air class. It's a whole genre in and of itself.
Okay.
So we may give that a try, just for something different.
No problem.
And of course, weather permitting, if the weather's not nice, we can always move inside. And we're not going to be down in that little room anymore. We're going to be upstairs again where there's more space. It's darker, but there's more space.
Sounds good.
Yeah. I'm gonna see if they'll move us. Maybe there's some, I think some offices with windows that maybe aren't being used upstairs. Maybe they'd let us paint there.
Okay.
Rather than in the dark. So we'll see.
Sounds good.
Well, you know, the Pottery Festival's canceled, don't you? So we can't race in that this year.
Yes, I know.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
That's what I'm bummed out about.
Aw.
Everything's canceled. Yeah, and we had at the museum we had talked about having some art events around the museum or around the Pottery Festival, like having some local artists come and paint outdoors in around the festival, maybe
Right.
decorate the windows downtown with some local art,
Uh-huh.
things like that. And we're not going to be able to do any of that, obviously. So
Aw.
we'll keep that all in mind for next year because we were kind of excited about it, and then you know, it's all over.
Right.
Yeah, Chester's 4th of July celebration's canceled too, except for the fireworks.
Really?
I always like running in that race.
Yes, we had talked about that. So we may have in-person classes in July. I'll keep you posted on that.
Okay.
In which case, we'll be moving this one. But I'm not sure about anything yet, so we'll find out.
Somebody's puppy.
Jack, is that your puppy?
Yeah, we're having the landscapers come this they were
Oh,
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Well, they're pulling up again, and the dog's front door barking.
Sounds big.
It is a lab, big lab. Our dog's a barker, but not a biter, so
That's what labs are. They're not biters.
they're mush. Yeah. Sam. I'll be back, guys.
okay.
He's doing his job.
Yes.
I like it when somebody's dog starts to bark and then everybody else that has a dog, their dogs hear them barking and bark back.
Well, I paint in my sunroom, my studio's in my sunroom, and I have 7 windows here, and the neighbor's dog, the little guy, he sees me, he will just sit there and look at me and bark. He's asking for a cookie is what he's asking for. Of course, that's my fault, I guess.
was bummed this week. I ran out of photo paper to print my pictures on, and it just doesn't come out as well.
No, it doesn't.
It's on the way. It's being delivered, but they didn't apparently have any in stock at Walmart. I'm like, oh.
Really? Now, how many people would, how much could they sell out, you know, at Walmart? Huh?
I don't.
Wow.
All right, we're gonna close the door. Here and sit with me. Is the pool gonna open? Does anybody know?
Who's talking?
Jackie,
Jackie.
Is the pool, do you know?
Which
City
pool? Thompson Park?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That I don't know.
I haven't heard any. Yeah.
I know the park was supposed to open. It may be, I think it's open now, the park
Okay.
itself, but I don't know
park
about
is-
the pool.
The park
Okay.
is open.
On Talk East Liverpool, they said yes.
They
Yes.
said yes. Oh,
It's called Talk East Liverpool.
Yes.
They
mhm.
said it's gonna open.
Ah, okay, good.
It's open. Mhm.
I was just wondering about
Virus doesn't get anywhere. I hope not.
You know, Tim, you may know the answer to this. I am still at a loss. Like, how schools like Beaver Local with less students now than when we were there, how do they, how can they afford all the sports things that they have? Because again, we had nothing. And now they have a softball field, tennis courts, you know, a nice stadium, a nice track. What's the difference?
That's a good question, because that's, well, I'm very happy for them. I think they only graduated like 122 students this year. And
Exactly.
when you and I were there, I think it was twice that my class.
Yes. Well, I'm not begrudging anybody, you know.
No, I'm thrilled that they have all this.
Yeah, I'm thrilled too. I just wonder where the money is coming from all this. I mean, we know about, you know, the new turf and stuff, but
Well, of course, a number of years ago, they passed that bond issue to build the new school, which was needed, because
yeah, I don't,
when we were in school, remember how those roofs leaked very bad? And that's when
oh my.
that's when that building was only like 30 years old, because I think it was opened up in the 50s.
Yeah, it was still going on. I mean, before they built the new facility, so.
Evidently, the original one, I don't think was built very well. It probably wasn't well designed.
Apparently not. Well, it was always a thing about the flat roofs, you know.
Yeah, and of course, I know you're totally thrilled for all of them too, that they have all that. But
Yeah, I have to wonder. I'm like, man, we would have killed for that nice track, you know.
yeah, well, they've had that rubberized track for a number of years now.
Yes, they have. Yeah, I'm just always kind of clueless as to.
We'll put it out there. We'll pick up today.
But it's not just Beaver Local though. It's all the school districts seem to be having like really much nicer facilities than we ever did.
Well, yeah, I just saw in the paper today where Edison, they're getting a new turf football field put in too, and I didn't read where anybody gave them a bunch of money. I don't know if they passed a levy or not, which I'm glad for. Now, who's going to feel left out now is poor East Liverpool, because they're going to be about one of the only schools that doesn't have a turf field, because Wellsville has one. Beaver Local's going to have one soon. But
yeah,
it wouldn't make sense to give them a turf field, because that field floods about every 10 years.
Seriously, it does. It always has.
I saw a picture from back in the 50s when it got flooded really bad.
Oh yeah, I've heard stories for years about it from my family and stuff.
Yeah, it's like if they want a new turf field, they'd probably have to maybe move it up on the hill where they have their practice field.
There'd probably be some kind of public outcry about that.
Yeah, that is historic. That field's almost 100 years old now.
Yes.
So you got people would want to stick with history and never want to move it. But
yeah,
the reason it floods, there's a bad check valve down there where it backs up. And I've seen it before. It's like a big culvert where when the river gets too high, it just backs up onto that field.
Yeah.
And if they just fix that, that might solve the problem, but it could be millions of dollars.
Probably.
But I can see probably East Liverpool people will start complaining like why they don't have a new field.
Well, yeah, unfortunately, they haven't had any professional football players come out of there in a while that want to spend $1 million.
I guess. Well, they got the largest alumni association in the world. If every one of them probably gave $1, they could probably do it.
Yeah. Like I said, I kind of mixed feelings about the whole thing. There are so many academic needs and things, and here we've got schools with sports stadiums that are fabulous with less students, and I don't understand, I guess.
Yeah. Well, like really right now, there's probably too many schools in our county.
Well, there has been for years.
Yeah, there probably was even back when we were in school, but more so now.
Yeah.
Because the reality of it is, and this will never happen in our lifetime, is Beaver Local and Liverpool should probably be one school. Wellsville and Southern Local should probably be one school. But I know the people would go bananas if such a thing ever got put in motion.
it seems like up here, we tend to like our local police departments. We like our local,
Yeah,
everything local, basically. And it's very different in other places. You know, like in Florida and stuff, they have a county-wide. I mean, their police is pretty much county-wide. Their school
Yeah.
districts are county-wide.
what's that way in West Virginia too, I think.
Yeah,
And there may come a day where we have no choice in the matter, and that has to happen.
time will tell.
Well, yeah, the population in Ohio in general is declining used to. So it's,
Unfortunately.
yeah, it's just a reason for sure.
So I think we have a nice state.
Yeah.
We do. The people in my area are fighting an annexation. Niles wants to annex part of Howland, and we don't want to be Niles. We like Howland and everything that we have. But not that Niles is bad, it's not. But
We just don't want in.
yeah, there you go. And in Florida, they don't have townships, just counties. Maybe that makes a difference.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't have little local subdivisions, and if you need help, you know, everything is like the county sheriff's department.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm trying not to get hung up that I'm painting a rose or particular flower. I'm just trying to go with colors and shapes. That'll keep me grounded.
There you go. I haven't painted roses before in watercolor, so I can see this is challenging for me.
Well, yeah. Maybe one by itself would be easier.
Probably. But yeah, I'm not getting fussy over them either. I'm trying to very hard to just go with shapes.
Mhm. What are the flowers with the black rings? Okay.
I think they're zinnias, maybe.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Can't really tell.
Maybe. Yeah, and I still have the flowers up here, but obviously they've seen better days. Never throw them away, you know? don't know about you guys, but I find flowers very challenging.
I do too. I really do, for some reason. There was only one time I didn't, and I don't know how that happened. And it was in gouache, that big project.
Any given Sunday.
Tim, you guys were talking about the artificial turf versus the natural turf. What's the injury situation with those look like?
They're much better than they used to be. You could be thinking of that old AstroTurf from the 1970s and 80s.
Yeah.
That was just concrete where they laid like a rubber pad over top of it. This stuff now is ground up rubber. It's better than even running on grass.
Oh, that's great.
It's very advanced stuff.
Yeah.
I know Chris, the boyfriend at work, worked with a guy at one point who used to play professional football.
Uh-huh.
I believe he played in the USFL. And he was talking about the artificial turf. Like, they had people on the sidelines that would run around with disinfectant bottles, because if you got an injury, like you scraped your knee on the turf, it was loaded with bacteria. And so they would spray the athletes and it would burn really bad. And you kind of didn't, he said you didn't want the trainers to know if you got injured, because you'd be sprayed with this horribly painful disinfectant. Like, oh my, I'd never heard of that.
Amazing.
I know. The things you learn on a construction site, you know?
Yeah.
The cracker plant's not back up to full capacity. I do know that, but they've only let back like 500 workers out.
No.
Yeah.
Actually, well, that's where Chris, the boyfriend, is, and there's about 2,500 there right now.
What is he, an electrician or?
Yes.
Okay.
But they're not, all the electricians aren't back, and they probably won't be back, at least not this year.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of people have not been called back, but most of the local guys have.
Yeah, because we had a guy from Tennessee that was coming to our church.
Uh-huh.
And then, of course, he got sent back home, but he hasn't came back yet.
Yeah, and he may. But yeah, they're up to 2,500 right now, and it's very socially distanced. Even the busing situation, they can only load so many on a bus at a time. They have to bus them in and out of the plant because there's so many workers that the parking lots don't have enough capacity there close by. So that's what's going on at the cracker.
Wow.
Yeah, that'll slow down the completion date. I think they were supposed to be done with that by 2022. It probably won't be till like 2023.
Oh, no, it's way slowed down.
Yeah, and there was talk it's supposed to create some spin-off businesses that would go in East Liverpool, mainly plastic manufacturers. So
Yes,
that'll be delayed too.
yes.
Yeah, because there's talk of plastic plants that would be coming to East Liverpool and Wellsville that would be using the byproduct of what they make there.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, everything is going to be pushed back now, and I guess there were protesters outside the plant the other day, the people that were upset that they opened so soon.
Two got arrested in Lisbon for protesting.
Well, those people, the one guy was drinking. I mean,
Was he?
the open
I think the one guy was carrying a gun too.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Did you honestly think the open container laws did not apply to you? Yeah, and then the other one was his friend, I guess, that got into it when they were trying to make the arrest, as I understood it. So,
Well, they deserved it then.
I understand people's frustration, you know.
Yeah.
It's awful. None of us are happy.
The notice for the protest on Saturday in Lisbon said open carry recommended.
Oh my.
Really?
Encouraging their folks to go with their guns.
Oh my. Yeah, I'm excited about Robin Roberts joining us. He's just fantastic. I wasn't sure he'd be willing to join us, but I got the response this morning that he would be willing to. So I'm like, great. Yeah. I think it's always interesting to hear from people that, travel the country to do this and really work at a high level and are featured in magazines, national magazines and things.
Do you travelers miss the traveling for the shows?
Well, the ones I was going to do, I wanted to do the Ohio Plein Air Society competition in Columbus, and I don't know that that's been canceled yet. It's in September. So I may still be doing that one. And the other one, Mom and I both wanted to do is the Lakeside Chautauqua air show that we did last year. It's near Sandusky. So far, it's still on. So I'm hoping, cross fingers, we'll be able to go to that one because we just had the best time.
Aww.
Very nice show. But yeah, if we don't get to go to that one, the Lakeside one especially will be not happy.
Yeah.
No, we had just the best time. And so many really talented artists there. And
Hopefully I can go in November to DC. Hopefully.
yeah, because is Paula still thinking about doing that one too?
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
I probably won't travel to Texas in October.
Yeah.
Yeah, even October, November, you don't know what they're gonna do.
No. I'm always hopeful, but we never know.
Yeah. I'll probably go over to Pennsylvania if they have it. That's one's in November.
Uh-huh.
But it seems like it's far away enough, it should be okay, but we don't know.
No, we really don't.
Somebody's at my door, guys.
Okay.
Sheri,
Yes.
when you get a buildup of paint, do you take it off with alcohol?
With acrylics, you're working in acrylics, Debbie?
Yeah.
Yes. You can use just regular rubbing alcohol. That will remove paint. I don't know how much buildup you have, but if you get it right away, you can take it pretty much all off. I haven't tried it with paint that's thicker, but Chris Leeper assured me that you can do it. So yes, is the short answer.
I heard that some paintings are worse when you get buildup.
I'm sorry, Deb?
I heard that some paintings are worth more if there's buildup on it.
Yeah.
I think that's funny. Sheri,
Yeah.
have you heard of mixing acrylic and oils? Like you do part of the painting in acrylics and finish it in oil?
Yes, you can do that. You can definitely paint oils over acrylics, but it's not recommended to paint acrylics over oils because the acrylic paint will slide off. But you can, in fact, we often paint oils over acrylics using gesso when we prepare the canvas. So yeah, you can start your painting in acrylic and finish it in oil if you want.
Wow.
I have done that and it works.
Do you
So,
get more definition? Do you get more detail with the oil?
I don't think so. I like working in both. I don't think you necessarily get more detail. It's just a different way of working. I like the oils because you can kind of scrape back your work. It doesn't dry right away is the feature. You can get a lot of the same colors in acrylics and a lot of the same effects, but the oil is going to stay wetter longer and give you more time to work with it, whereas the acrylics are going to dry on you fairly quickly. So.
Yeah. You have to work fast sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, you can keep re-wetting your canvas and stuff, but it's definitely not the same feel. Jeannie, would you agree?
I agree, yeah.
Jeannie
I-
loves working in oil.
I paint with both, but I prefer oils.
Sheri, I'm going to take off because I have another meeting, but I will see you next week.
Okay.
I'm still working on my little man.
Oh, okay. Send me your results and stuff. Thank you for joining us, Judy.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Bye, Judy.
Bye.
Good to see you all.
You too.
Good to see you too.
Thanks.
Hey Sherry, it's Tim here. I gotta take off in a little bit too.
Okay.
My painting is done. I'm texting it to you right now.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
I'm glad you could join us again.
My
Bye,
pleasure.
Tim.
We'll see y'all.
Bye.
Have a great day.
I
You
too.
too. Bye-bye. All right, I'm heading out too, so
Everybody's leaving today.
yes, we are. But thank you again.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us and come back next week. Send me your results.
I will. Take care.
Okay.
My son's coming home soon too, so I'm gonna take off here too.
Okay. Thanks for coming, Debbie.
Okay, guess
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
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 Oh, they, the community building is not the same. They're talking about the office of the house.
Okay, I guess we're done.
Allison's like,
I'm gonna sign off.
okay. Well, thanks for coming, Allison.
Oh, thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Have a good
Next week.
day.
You too.
So Chris, the boyfriend, Jeannie, I guess we're the only ones left.
Yes. I guess.
Chris, the boyfriend, has decided to take up astronomy.
Oh,
He ordered himself a telescope.
fun. Yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah. How's Harry doing today?
Well, I talked to him this morning early, and he was waiting for that doctor to come in.
Uh-huh.
He didn't have a very restful night last night.
Aw.
Hate to hear that.
Yeah.
So makes it hard. I can't even go up and sit with him, you know.
No. That just seemed, that would be so odd to me.
It is odd. I mean,
I would have been upset when Mom was in the hospital not to be able to go there.
oh, yeah. And then in this week, I was thinking, he's been in there 6 days, and I was thinking, guess I do need to get a cat or a dog.
I have a stray here if you're interested. A sweet little cat.
It's just different. I mean, he's gone away on the weekends before.
Yeah.
But, it's just different knowing he's in pain. He's going through all that. He said they drew blood in the middle of the night last night. So, you know.
I don't think that's too unusual, is it? I mean,
No, I guess especially if they're looking for infection and stuff. You know.
yeah. Has he been happy with the care he's received?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he loves his girls, Amanda and all that. Amanda helped him set up his Wi-Fi and show him how to turn the camera on when I called him.
So he's
I said,
flirting in the hospital, is that it?
pardon me?
So he's flirting in the hospital?
Oh, yeah. He's flirting in the hospital. Oh, he flirts with the waitresses.
Mom wanted me to go with her and Grandma Gladys to Van Pelt's farm market today.
Oh,
I'm like, well, do you think that's a good idea?
yeah, so soon.
Yeah, I don't, well, she has to take Gladys to her appointments and stuff. So they've been going out, you know, by necessity, having to go out together for a while, but I haven't joined them.
Oh.
I cannot wait for my Rosemary and Company brushes to come.
Oh. Yeah. Who did you order them through?
I just ordered from their site.
Okay.
I ordered direct.
I need to order me some big ones. I got the miniature ones. Oh my gosh, on my new Irene, it was like, oh, wow, this is heaven.
You got the miniature ones?
Yes.
That's what I ordered those too, the set. So
Okay.
I hope I will like them. I'm sure that I will.
Yeah, and they're sable. So what's not to like? Huh.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I think you'll like them.
Oh, I'm sure I will.
I gotta order the big ones.
I ordered a small set of plein air, and really they weren't all that expensive
Yeah.
for the quality and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Mom said last night she was, well, I didn't talk to her late last night. She said she was totally frustrated with her painting.
Oh, those are the most horrible paints I ever
They're
did.
awful. They're awful.
Maybe that was part of their plan, give us bad paints to use.
Give us the crappiest paints imaginable and see what we can do.
I'm not even gonna save them. My 6-year-old grandson has nicer paints than that. He really does.
Pretty awful.
I had trouble getting brown. I finally did get some kind of brown. I had trouble getting orange. I got enough. I'm glad I didn't do that copper pot.
Oh, goodness.
The only thing that stayed me is we were allowed to use our own white.
Yeah. Well, I had the white I have, of course, is like Liquitex and it's thicker.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah, me too.
Saving grace. But other than that, wow.
I finally just said, okay, I called it done. I'm done with this.
Mhm.
But I can't see the idea of putting it in the window, like they're gonna come around all the way over here.
Well, yeah, we're like East Liverpool. I don't think so.
I mean, we had a girl come to tag from Newcastle. It took her over an hour, so.
No, I don't see them coming to see my painting.
And they're so tiny, they'd have to get out of the car, come up on the porch.
Uh-huh. I just don't see that happening at my house.
No, me neither.
Jeannie, do you know Robin Roberts at all?
I have never met him, no.
Oh, okay.
But I know of his work, and I know Chris is his best friend, and then my friend Mary Ann Clady just adores him.
Yeah,
So
very nice, but also very gifted.
he is.
Hey, Q. You want to say hi to Jeannie? My cat has come in.
Oh.
Come here, honey. You want to say hi to Jeannie? This is Q.
Oh, Q. Hi, Q.
Oh, he's a sweet.
Yeah, I bet.
He's going to sit on my lap now. Aren't you, honey? Oh, he's going back to his chair. Yeah, I'm sure you've been lonely like all day, every day.
Not really lonely,
Mm-hmm.
because I've been so busy. I did some yard work yesterday.
Yeah.
And the grandkids come over and they rototilled Harry's garden for him
Oh.
and stuff. I'm not gonna do the rototiller. I'd probably kill myself. I tried that once before. It's bigger than I am. It's I've been taking care of his plants. We got to get them in the ground pretty soon. They're getting kind of tall and gangly looking.
Yeah.
So I have been busy, talked to him several times a day. I'm just wondering now, when he gets home, do we have to quarantine all over again?
Yeah.
Probably will, just to be safe. I don't really have anywhere to go anyways.
Yeah. No, there really isn't anywhere to go, is there?
No. I don't know when Chris is going to open up again.
No. I missed his class.
No. We at least need a plein air or a front yard painting or.
That's what I was just, even if we went out in his yard and, painted whatever, I wouldn't care.
Oh, we went out in the backyard. The neighbor would be over in a minute.
That's my neighbor.
He's so cute. He just loves to come over and visit. That'd be okay.
Yeah. No, he's a nice guy. What's his name, Tim?
Tim. Yeah. I thought I would just go out and paint my own plein air yesterday, and then my granddaughter said, well, we could come over today and do the tilling. I said, okay.
Yeah. And you can't get family stuff, you can't let family stuff get in the way of your artwork, Jean.
This is true. Yeah.
You have important work to do.
Yeah.
You can blame anything on me that you want to. I don't care.
So I was thinking we get another nice day. I might pack it up and go down to the park, down to Waddell Park in Niles.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Paint. Make myself do some plein air. Or even in the backyard. Or down at my daughter's. Her road where she lives dead ends down into the woods.
The plein air you did in your yard that time was good.
Thank you. It came out better than I expected. I was surprised.
That was nice, I thought.
Chris said that this Monday thing will make me paint faster and I can probably do plein air faster. Okay.
Well, I think there's some truth to that.
Yeah. He said, you can bring a little table and a tablecloth and a teapot when we do one. I said, I might do that.
Mm-hmm.
Forget what he said the artist did. No.
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing a plein air still life when I start again at the museum. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well,
I
yeah,
think-
you did send me that.
I think it would be fun. Yeah, Q is just sitting here on his chair with me.
Mhm.
He looked at me when I mentioned his name.
Oh, his name.
Mhm.
Let's see what Harry wanted. Okay, bye. Doctor's in there now. That's where I'd like to be, is because men don't ask questions.
No, they do not.
Oh, what do you say? Oh, nothing.
What do you mean? No, they said something, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm used to mom who accompanies everyone to the doctor or the hospital so she can ask all the questions.
Oh.
So you need mom,
Yes, I do. So you're almost finished with your little tiny painting?
Almost. Yeah, I sent you the last night's results, so.
Yeah, I did see that. It looked nice.
Okay.
It
But
looked
yeah, I'm
nice.
getting to the end, I guess.
I didn't tell Paula about the paints.
I'll let her find out for herself.
Yeah,
Ah,
she gets to it. Yeah, she hadn't received her kit yet, so
mhm.
should be getting it this week. Oh, my daughter tried to order it last night and it said out of stock.
Oh, well, I'm glad we got them early then.
Yeah, and she says, well, that's good. They got a good response then.
Yeah.
Apparently they did. And now I know why figured out why the paints were so like they were. Oh, send it to all these artists. It'll be a piece of cake, but it's gonna be challenging.
What they were thinking there, but okay. Well, Jeannie, I think I'm about ready to wrap up for the day
Okay.
with this one anyway. So
Alrighty.
there's what I've got so far.
Oh, that's nice. You concentrated on the flowers. I should have done
I did. You picked something else?
Did the whole thing.
Oh. Oh, very nice.
Thank you.
Well, yeah, send me a photo so I can share.
Okay.
And
Will do.
I'm thinking my cat's wanting out.
Okay. Want some attention anyway. Alrighty.
I'm sorry. Oh yeah, you want some attention too. So
Be in touch.
all right. Yeah, message me and let me know what's going on. Tell Harry hi.
Okay, I will. Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Bye.